This is cast iron soil pipe. It's a great material for all DWV applications. We make both hub and spigot and hubless cast iron pipe. The procedures for making each joint is different, but ultimately, the performance is the same. When installed in accordance with this video and our technical and installation manual, it's secure, will not leak, and will perform for many years. It's what every plumbing system dreams of being when it grows up. This video is going to show you the basics of installing cast iron. We can't cover everything. That's why installation only should be done by a licensed plumbing contractor who is familiar with local plumbing codes and regulations. Additional information can be found at charlottepipe.com/technical. You can cut cast iron by hand or with power tools. Whatever tool you use, the most important thing is to get a square cut. To help maximize results, always read and follow the tool manufacturer's warnings and instructions. Always make sure that you are using the proper protective gear, and make sure that you secure the pipe prior to cutting. For demonstration, we are going to use snap cutters. Measure and mark the required length of pipe. Position the snap cutter securely so that the pipe is square and the maximum number of cutting wheels come in contact with the pipe. Score the pipe by applying pressure to the handles. You just want the cutting wheels to make an indent. Then release the pressure on the handles and rotate the pipe a few degrees in the chain. When using a snap cutter, the scoring step is the key to making a straight, clean cut. If something goes wrong with the actual snap, it likely wasn't scored properly to begin with. Apply quick pressure to the handle to complete the cut. There are two common methods for joining cast iron pipe and fittings: hubless couplings, compression gaskets. No matter what kind of joint you are using, you can only have up to 5 degrees deflection. Any joint with more than 5 degrees deflection will fail sooner or later, so if you need more of a bend, always use a fitting. Couplings come in different sizes and strengths for applications. We'll deal with the differences at the end, but the basic procedure is the same for all of them. It is important to remember that no-hub couplings are not a substitute for proper joint restraint. Charlotte Pipe requires that all of our no-hub pipe be joined using shielded couplings conforming to CISP 310, ASTM C1277, or ASTM C1540. Make sure pipe ends are smooth and clean. Make sure coupling and gasket are clean and undamaged. Insert the pipe into the gasket until the pipe end hits the internally molded shoulder. Insert second pipe or fitting into the gasket as far as it will go. Slide the coupling assembly over the gasket. Tighten clamps using the correct torque wrench and in the correct order. This is important. Our couplings require either 60, 80, or 120 inch-pound torque wrenches. Generally speaking, you want to tighten the clamps from the inside out, alternating from one side and another and a little bit at a time, 20 inch-pounds of torque, until proper torque is achieved. So for a standard duty 2-inch coupling, you'd do it like this. And for a 15-inch coupling with 6 clamps, you'd do it like this. Inside, middle, outside. Complete information can be found in our cast iron technical manual at charlottepipe.com/technical. First, make sure the hub and spigot are clean. Remove sharp edges with a file or by tapping with a ball-peen hammer. Fold the gasket and insert into the hub. You can use a double fold or a thumb fold. When the gasket is in, tap it with a rubber mallet or flat board until it is completely seated. Lubricate the gasket and the spigot end of the pipe with pipe lubricant. For 2, 3, and 4-inch pipe, use regular lubricant. Pipe 5 inches and larger require adhesive lubricant. The use of adhesive lubricant is not a substitute for proper joint restraint, and the lubricant should always be applied to the inside of the gasket, the outside of the spigot, and the inside of the hub. This lubricant is strong. Never let it touch your skin or get into your eyes, or you could be injured. And always have proper ventilation. Always read and follow lubricant manufacturer's safety instructions and warnings, and be careful using it around heat, sparks, or open flame. Line the pipe up and insert it into the spigot end. As the spigot is forced into the gasket expands and forms a tight seal. If you have trouble seating the pipe, you could use a lead maul, a wooden block and hammer, a pry bar, or a pulling tool, like this. When you've got it right, you will feel the pipe bottom in the hub. You can also reposition the fitting alignment after forming the joint, but only if a non-adhesive lubricant has been used. If adhesive lubricant has been used and allowed to set, repositioning the pipe and fitting will damage the adhesive bond. If you are working in a cold condition below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, we recommend keeping the gasket in warm water until it is needed. So that is our overview of how to correctly install cast iron pipe. Remember, use the right pipe for your application, cut it to fit and cut it properly, use the proper materials and fittings with the pipe, create tight joints that will not leak. Always read the technical manuals for everything that you use when installing cast iron soil pipe. If you install the pipe correctly in accordance with the technical manual using compatible materials, and if you pay attention to the details, you will have a world-class plumbing system that should provide years of solid performance. You'll find a link to our technical manual at charlottepipe.com/technical. And if you run into anything in the field that you can't figure out, please contact us at charlottepipe.com/technical.